Hi everyone, and welcome to your daily tarot reading for Thursday, the 14th of February 2019. Happy Valentine's Day, and thank you for joining me. It's a pleasure to be with you today. Now, as a Valentine's Day gift, I'm giving you guys 10% off any regular or urgent readings that you order before the end of Thursday, the 14th of February. So just go to the website, gregoryscott.com, and order your regular or urgent reading on the readings page. Pay the regular price for it, and once Valentine's Day is over, I'm going to go in and I'm going to manually refund you the 10%. That's my Valentine's Day gift to you guys because I love you and I love you for being part of this channel, and I love this little community that we've created here on YouTube. So that's my gift to you. Now, I'm using the Lover's Tarot for today's reading. Let's have a look at what the cards want you to be aware of. I'm just going to shuffle the cards a few times, and while I do that, I tune in and I ask the cards, what is Thursday the 14th about, and what do we need to know? What do we need to work with? So these readings are for all signs of the zodiac. They're for everyone who watches. So if you like these videos, please share them online. Okay, let's have a look at what the cards want you to be aware of. We've got the Two of Arrows, which is like the Two of Swords. The Ten of Arrows. And then we've got Contemplation, which is the 9th card of the Major Arcana, which is the Hermit. So the Two of Arrows, we can see this young woman asleep here and an angel coming to wake her up. So the Two of Arrows is usually a woman who's blindfolded and she's really defensive. She's not in touch with her feelings. She can't see things clearly. And today she's being woken up to the kind of love that she can experience. And notice that arrows in this deck, which represent swords, have these little hearts at the end of them. So it's almost like Cupid's arrow hitting and creating love in someone. So this is a woman who's been asleep for a long time. This angel of love appears and it takes these swords away from her, which have been blocking her and protecting her in a way. Takes it away and reawakens her. You might kiss her like in the fairy tale, give her a kiss and she wakes up. But regardless of what's happening, he's a fiery angel. His wings are a beautiful kind of crimson red. And this is the angel of passion and desire. And it's waking her up to look at the future, to come back to life, to see things clearly, to believe in love again, and to have hope that love can happen. The next card is the Ten of Arrows, and the Ten of Arrows is really rock bottom. It's usually a man lying face down with lots of negative swords in his back, and the only way is up for this man. But in this deck, it's different again because we have all these hearts, and then we've got one arrow going to the future. So you see things clearly via this angelic intervention in your life. You look at your life, and if you're over 20, you will have had heartbreak. You will have had someone dump you or be dishonest with you or break your heart. It's not something that's uncommon. And yeah, I think even by the age of 16, you'll probably have had your heart broken once or twice. So you see things clearly. You see all of these arrows, all of the loves that have gone wrong, the lightning here striking, and lightning does strike several times, and not every every love affair is right. Not every person you fall in love with loves you back, for instance, or not every relationship works out. So you see these things for what they are. You realize that you've gone through the worst already, that you have had your heart broken and that you've survived it. You believe in love. You realize that the only way is up and to move forward, and that's what you're doing. Plus, even better, you have got contemplation here. And here we've got this man painting a picture of his loved one. He's got a musical instrument there, so he's creative. There's a mountain in the background, which represents an insurmountable obstacle almost. And the 9th card of the major arcana is contemplation. It's the Hermit. It's about taking this lantern and shining it, the lantern of truth, and shining it into yourself and into other people. So you can see what it is you really want. Do you want to be in a relationship because you want control, or because you want security, or because you want someone to admire you and build up your confidence? There are a million reasons why people get into relationships, and it's most of the time there's some other agenda behind it. But what you're able to do today is you really have vision that you didn't have in the past. This angel is waking you up for a reason. It's saying this is the right time to have hope in love and to have hope in being able to connect with someone else. Things are on the up and up. They're going to get much better. And if you're really honest with yourself, you can see what it is you want. Do you want to take care of someone? Do you want to have an intense emotional connection? And first of all, by getting clear on what it is you want, that's really important, because you can then embrace that, whatever it is, and you kind of vibrate at that frequency if you take ownership of what it is you want. You then send out a signal and you start to appear on the radar of people who want to do that for you. So let's say you want to be in a relationship because you want to be taken care of financially. Then you're going to appear on the radar of people who may not feel wonderfully gorgeous and attractive, but who have financial means and who want to be in a relationship. And they will then magnetically be pulled towards you and say, you know, this is perfect. I want to take care of you. And if that's what you really want, then a relationship is formed. But the important thing is contemplating what's going on and whether your reasons for a relationship or getting into a relationship are good. That kind of sugar baby relationship isn't good, because you're just getting into it for financial reasons. It may give you security. If you've been, running around for 10 years, moving every 6 months, that might give you a break. And even though you're not madly in love with this person, it might just give you the security you need so that you can get your act together and that you can practice your creativity, your violin, your art, and that you can do something with it. So there's no judgment here. There's no right way to get into a relationship. But the important thing is to recognize what it is you want, because then you'll be able to manifest it. So this is not an insurmountable obstacle. You're able to climb the mountain and be at the top and shout from the top of the mountain, "Here I am, I'm ready for love, come and find me." And really, the energy of knowing yourself and knowing where you're at is super powerful, and it is like Scorpio, it's magnetic, and it will pull people towards you. Now, if you're in a relationship already, this is a wonderful day to really understand what your relationship is about and what things have been difficult, and you have renewed faith that you can improve the relationship and that things are going up and up, because you have this insight, this wonderful lantern of truth which shines into your inner self and into the other person. So you know what your agenda is, and you also know what the other person's agenda is. If you're not interested in love at all, then this is a wonderful day of having hope in your own talents, in your own thoughts, in your own creative abilities. And the best way to channel this energy today is into practicing your creativity. Remember that Venus, the planet of love, is also the planet of beauty and creativity. So we've got a strong kind of Venus energy here today. So if you're satisfied, if you're single and retired and you really don't want to start another relationship, maybe you're a widower or a widow and you feel, okay, I'm done when it comes to love. I don't have this desire. First of all, you may be surprised. Even if you're closed off to the idea, you may be surprised at who comes into your life today, because you understand that I don't want someone. And you may bump into someone who's also said, I'm a widower, I don't want anyone else. And you meet that and you both have this thing in common, and because of that, something sparks off. The other way to use the energy, like I said, is if you don't want to engage with this, is to use the creative part of Venus, which is about creating beautiful things and loving output and creating that in a tangible way. So he's contemplating the woman he loves. Look at this beautiful picture that he's created. That's going to last for a lifetime, beyond his lifetime. And the violin, if he practices that, he can give performances, he can earn money, he can be in control of his feelings, and also he can write his own music. He can leave something behind that's a legacy. So whether you're in the moment and sharing the love with another human being, that's wonderful and that's great. Or if you're by yourself, then you can pour the love into something that will serve as your legacy. Because anything that's created and done with love will create more love. Any project you start with a certain energy begets more of that energy. So if you listen to your ego and you start something with fear, you will beget more fear. The project will create more fear. Today, you're really grounded in yourself. You're really focused on knowing who you are, and there's no lack of vision. Once she wakes up, she sees things super clearly, and she knows that things are going to get better, and she knows herself and the other people who are in her life. And because of that, you can really create something deeply emotional. In terms of art and writing and things like that, I always think the best things are when someone has turned something tragic and turned it into magic. I also like comedy that it talks about difficult, tragic things and they turn it into a joke. I resonate with that kind of stuff because I've been in pain myself. So when someone flips things around like that, I really find that funny and enjoyable. So you have a lot of options today, and it's a really good day to create and to love. 2 and 10 is 12, and 9 is 21. 2 and 1 is 3. 3 is about communication and communicating with other people, and it's also the way you think. So you're thinking clearly, you're thinking that things are looking up, and that motivates you to do something. And 3 is about new beginnings. So if you're single, you know yourself today, that embracing of yourself is very likely to bring someone else into your life. Or you can have a new beginning in your existing relationship, or you can start a new project. New violin recitals are now being planned for your local town, and then you're going to go on tour. So it's positive. It's a day to start fresh. It's a day to create. It's a day to be loving, and it's a day to be practical. So I hope you have a wonderful Valentine's Day. And please remember the 10% discount. Any orders that come in before the end of the 14th of February, I'll look at, and I'll refund 10%. If you like my videos, please share them online and hit the subscribe button if you want to be notified of future readings. And if you do want a personal reading with me, in my personal readings, I use astrology, tarot, and numerology. The astrology chart in particular shows me what your life purpose is, what your vocational aptitudes are, what's happening in your love life, what's destined there, health, family issues, travel, moving, money, career, spiritual progress, what your strengths and weaknesses are, what you need to overcome. I can look at all of that. I can look at your compatibility with partners. I can answer any of your questions. So if you would like a reading, please do get in touch. I hope you have via the website, of course, gregoryscott.com. I hope you have a wonderful, wonderful Valentine's Day, and I'll speak to you tomorrow.